Based on witches, this person said, in my community, witches do confess when sick and then die, and suddenly all the people they tie down spiritually gets breakthrough and miracles. Lies. Lie. This is Nollywood. This is what Nollywood did to many people. Many people now subconsciously believe that this happens. This doesn't happen. But what happens is that sometimes when people are about to die, they confess some of their evil deeds. You know, there was a Nollywood actor late last year, that was old. I don't think he's dead yet. He started confessing. He said he treated many women bad. True life story, you know. Probably he can see his end already. Many people have secrets they want to die with, but I know at the point of death, they feel like they don't really care again. They release it, you know. When I was young, there was a man that was about to die, and he revealed that he was a member of a secret society, you know. And then when he died, when they were about to bury him, almost the secret society people showed up. Almost they wear their uniform, red, black, blue, green. They wear with their walking stick and everything. They came and said nobody should bury him, that he's their member, and they have to bury him the way they bury their members, you know. And nobody could argue because, of course, the man confessed it himself before he died. So a lot of things happen when people are about to die. A lot of people confess, you know, to certain things that they did. So if you told me that somebody confessed, no problem. And you know, the thing with this juju thing is that people doing the juju, they believe it works, even though it doesn't work, you know. If somebody goes, so many people believe it works. I'm talking about 98%. Nigeria is 98% religious. So the average person you are meeting on the streets believes that juju works, even though they are not doing it. So the ones that are doing it, they strongly believe it works. Of course, it doesn't work, you know what I'm saying? So somebody might do juju for you and then confess that they did it. No problem. But if you confess that you did juju for me, I'm never going to have anything to do with you again, because it means that you wanted to hurt me, but you chose the wrong means. You know, if you had chosen the right means, maybe I would have died. Maybe actual poisoning or something. So there's nothing like witches confessing. And this whole concept of witches is borrowed. Do you know? In Europe, there was a 200-year period where they were ending the life of their women, their female scientists, their female herbalists. They were ending their lives, calling them witches. So they would drag the woman out of her house and burn her. And how did it happen? It started from the fact that women love cats. You know, women love pets generally, but most women will love cats. Especially all these, you know, foreign women, they love cats so much. So in a house, you can see a woman with 5-10 cats. You know, especially the women that did not end up marrying and did not have children. They will have like 10-15 cats. Those cats have become their children for them. So there was a time a certain pope said that all cats are evil, that they should be eliminated because cats are witchcraft. So people went around ending all the life of all the cats. So as they ended all the life of all the cats, almost within a few years, the number of rats in the city multiplied. In Europe, multiplied. So as the rats multiplied, rats carried disease, the Black Plague, and they spread the disease to humans. You know, rats will climb into a pot that you're using to cook at night and do things or more. They spread the disease. Before you know it, massive millions died. Over 200 million people died in Europe. So, but as people were dying in house, compound by compound, catching the diseases, they discovered that some people weren't catching the disease. And who are those? Old women. How come these women are not catching the disease? Of course, some of them did not kill their cats. So they left their cats. So the houses where cats are, rats don't go there. And as rats don't go there, they will not catch the disease. So, and then, you know, some of these women are actually herbalists, you know, native doctors. Europe has a lot of native doctors, even till today. So when they have herbs to treat themselves or some of these diseases, they are accused. You're a witch, you're a witch. And what rule did they give? They said that if you take a witch, with a witch's float. So if they grab a woman, they toss her on top of the water and see whether she will float. So if she floats, you know, imagine a woman that can swim. If you throw the person inside water, they will naturally swim. Once they float, they'll say, yeah, that's a witch. She's floating. Bring her out. They'll bring her out and burn her. Now, if she doesn't float, she will drown. They'll be like, oh, she wasn't a witch, but she's dead, you know. For over 50 to 100,000 women were victimized and killed this way. So when the colonization came to Africa, they came with that concept of witch. Until today, we still demonize our old people. If you are old in Africa and you don't have your children around, people will accuse you of witchcraft one day. If you look poor and you are old, they will accuse you of something, especially if you don't have children that are taking care of you, that can protect you. One day, the community will round you up and eliminate you. Can you imagine? Many people have died that way, you know. So there is nothing like a witch confessing. How can an old woman hold your destiny? But she cannot do enough money, enough ritual to bring herself up and make herself rich. Think about it. Why is it always poor people that are accused of that? You understand? Why? So actually people attempt witchcraft. That's what you have to know. There's always people that attempt witchcraft. There are videos of people during their wedding. Somebody will just stylishly come and rub hand on the stomach of the woman. Why is she doing that? She believes that she's charming the stomach so the woman will not give birth. But does it work? Nah, there's no evidence. It doesn't work. You know, if you can lock up the womb of women with a charm, do you know how rich you will be? So many women are doing operations to remove their womb because they don't want to give birth. I'm talking about young women, 20, 21, 22. And such an operation will cause pain for months before the person can recover. And you tell me you can just rub hand like this and permanently lock the womb? Almost. Do you know how much people will pay you? People will be flying down to Africa here to come and meet you to do that. You just rub hand on their stomach. Just rub hand on their stomach, their womb is sterilized. You know? It's happening. Another last one is when people are being tortured, they can say anything. Like me now, if people gather and start beating me and say you stole a building, say you swallowed the house, I'll say it, I swallowed the house. You know, because when people are beating you, if you are trying to say what they don't want you to say, they will be beating you more. You'll be dying there. You see yourself dying. Before you know it, you start confessing. They will ask you what happened. You say I was in the coven. Oh, coven doing what? You're just making up things to buy time. It's normal. So anybody under duress, that's why in court, in many countries, they don't accept a testimony of people that are under duress. Anybody that's being forced at the time that they are making that confession is null and void because it was obtained under torture. So every time they are beating one old woman, beat her and they have to confess. She's just saying it to get by. You can't trust what she's saying. So when they're talking about witches, people believe that witches fly at night. Have you ever seen a single video of any witch flying anywhere? Every time they told you that a witch is flying, when they open the video, the woman is on the ground, they are beating her, the innocent woman. You know, before her children will come, she's probably dead.